Hi, Kiko.
Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hey, Omar, well, thanks a lot for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations on the film. I want to know what resonated with you about Moses the Black that made you want to be a part of this movie.
Many things. I mean, I just think the strongest thing for me was like the idea of redemption, the
Hmm.
idea of sacrifice, and wanting not only better for self, but for those around you. I think those are sort of the tenets that drew me in.
What do you think a historical figure, or why do you think a historical figure like Moses the Black lends itself so well to a modern crime drama like this?
That's a great question. I mean, I think because Moses the Saint, like the fourth century saint, was a straight up gangster.
Yeah.
He was, but he was really like he really was Robin Hood, right?
Hmm.
He stole from the rich and gave to the poor in his community and things of that nature. And then he came to an impasse and he was able to shift and evolve into something much, much greater. And, and ultimately became a saint, which is not something you can call yourself. You have to be deemed that by those around of
Right.
that time. So that just shows you the breadth of his transformation. And I think that it resonates in our now because redemption is possible for all of us, no matter
Yeah.
what community you come from.
Did you know much about Moses the Black going into this, or did doing homework was that part of the pre-production for you?
Definitely doing homework was part. I knew the Moses that we all knew that got the Ten Commandments. So I was fascinated by, wow, this is someone I'd never heard of, and unearthed as much as I could about his story. And it's beautiful, man. It's a really powerful story.
Do you hope that other people, even if it's like a quick Wikipedia search, look him up a little bit? Because I did, and I was like, wow, I never knew about this person, and it was pretty interesting.
I think absolutely because it's a different layer that you have a different lens now when you're watching the film because this is not a
Right.
fictional thing. This is an actual person who lived on the earth and this is their story.
Right.
So I think that'd be cool for an audience to know.
There's of course a message of faith in the film because of him. There's a scene where Malik is speaking with his grandmother about, what comes after death, which I thought was very powerful. Do you have any thoughts on that personally? Like, do you believe in heaven, or do we just kind of like return back to the dust?
I believe that heaven. I believe there's greater and there's lesser, right? But energy is, as we say, is forever. But for me personally, yeah, I do believe in a paradise. But I'm in the middle of life, so I've got so much more to learn, and I think it's less about what I believe. I think that part of our life journey is that there is no human being who's ever known it all until
Right.
we're in that other realm, wherever that may be. That's when those answers are ready for us, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of faith, that's the key word that you said, and that the faith and the conviction
Right.
in those beliefs is important to me, and always has been. And so I'm on my faith journey unapologetically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've started movies before that are technically period pieces since they were set like in the 80s and 90s, but nothing like this where we go way
Right.
back into like ancient Egypt through flashbacks. What was it like seeing those scenes get incorporated into this movie like that?
I thought they were great. Again, it just adds this just unique element to, as you said, a crime drama set in the modern day, and then you're like, a beat happens and you're in someone's mind, and then you see this, you flash to, you know, fourth century Egypt. I just thought it was just very eloquently done, and the poetry of that, for me at least, it worked. It was very powerful.
Wiz and Quavo aren't new to the movie world. They've done a few projects in the past. What was it like sharing the screen with them and this one? And did you play the role of a veteran on set since you've been in this longer than they have?
Well, I didn't play the role of veteran, but no, those guys. It was cool to work with Wiz and Quavo and even Skillet Baby and some of the other guys. Um, they're artists, right? And it's just sort of a different format. But I think that what drew everyone to the project was the story of the project. I think that we all in our individual lives, there are things that correlate to our life experience. It's certainly
Mm.
on the come up that we all could feel the necessity of a story like this being told right now. So I think
Definitely.
everyone came with humility, and was open. And Yelena created a very warm environment that I think allowed us all to be vulnerable and capture the magic, as it were.
What do you hope people walk out of the theater with after seeing this film? Do you want them to learn something? Do you want them to feel some kind of way when they see this story about this man's life and about the Malik character as well?
Yeah, I think the main message is that redemption is possible, right? And the message that I want people to walk away from the film is that, you ultimately you have to become the change that we seek. And that change, it begins internally. We put so much onus on what happens externally. We have to become it internally first, and then it reverberates through the rest of our life, if that makes sense.
I'm talking to you from San Antonio, Texas, so I have to ask you a little bit about basketball because here we love our Spurs.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you a Lakers fan and not a Knicks fan since you're originally from New York?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was a Kobe fan. Before that,
Okay.
I was a Jordan fan. So, and I love the Lakers organization and stuff like that. I just wasn't a Knicks fan growing up because they sucked. Sorry. Yeah, I'm honest. But yeah, I'm a Yankees fan. So
Okay,
yeah,
that kind of makes
yeah, I
up for it, I
balanced it
guess.
out. I balanced it out.
How shocked were you when they landed Luca last year?
As shocked as everybody else, but we'll see what happens, man. I mean, and I'm a LeBron fan, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean,
been phenomenal to watch his career, and it's. I guess we're at the end of it, I guess, but the new guys are coming, so just all around the league is in that sort of next phase. So we'll see what.
how well do you think Quincy McCall would do against somebody like Victor Wembanyama one on one?
Oh, I think he would be on the bench with that knee injury. You because man, I don't. This guy's an anomaly. But what's scary is what does it look like in 10 years where half the league looks like him? So
That could be true. So gonna be a whole bunch of aliens out there.
exactly.
Hey, Omar, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it. And again, congratulations on Moses the Black, and can't wait to tell more people about it. And congratulations again. Can't wait to see what you do next.
Awesome. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate your time.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, you too.